Hey guys, welcome to Messy Mama Monday. I know my video didn't go at 9 a.m. today because I'm on the Hot Mess Express bus today. I had to take my car to the dealership this morning and grab my husband's truck and go by Sam's because my 3-year-old is out of pull-ups, no more, and he wears them at night to bed. So I had to do all those things, and obviously I'm not dressed. I have on a sweatshirt, no makeup, hair is in a bun that I slept in. And that is fine. Y'all are going to get me at my best and you're going to get me at my worst. And that's fine. It doesn't bother me. You're going to get real and raw. And that brings me to what I want to talk to you guys about, which is beauty. You and I are not defined by getting up, getting dressed, putting on a full face of makeup, doing our hair, looking great. Yeah, those things are good to do and we want to do them sometimes, but that is not what defines our beauty. God said that we are beautifully and wonderfully made. He didn't say we had to put on the whole shebang to be that. And we don't have to be. Our beauty comes from in here, and that's what God looks at. He doesn't look at our outward appearance. He doesn't look at the things we do on the outside. He looks at how our heart is and how good our heart is and the grace we give and the understanding and compassion and the good things that we do instead of just being nasty. Because you may look good on the outside, but you can still be nasty on the inside, and God says that's not beauty. When you're a mom like me and your baby stayed up all night, you got no sleep, but you wake up the next day and you still take care of that baby, you're beautiful. When you get up with your husband at 4 a.m. and you make him breakfast and coffee and his lunch and send him out the door for his hour-and-a-half drive to work, that's wonderful. When you have been home with your kids all day and you've just been at your worst that day, but you still give your kids 110% of you, and you smile and you let them climb all over you and they love you and you love them back, that's beautiful and wonderful. See, God doesn't say that the way we look is beauty. He says we're beautifully and wonderfully made because that's how He made us. He wants us to have a good heart and a good attitude. You may wake up in the morning like me with this messy bun that you wore to bed and you woke up and didn't fix it. Obviously. Could I do better? I for sure could do better. Does that define how I look beautifully to myself? No. Because God told me I'm beautiful and God told me I'm wonderful. And there are days that you will wake up with your hair in a mess and put sweatpants on and maybe no bra on. It's a miracle if I put one on. I had to go to town, so I had to put one on. That does not define your beauty. And no matter what anyone else tells you, if someone tells you because you didn't put makeup on that you don't look that great, it doesn't matter what they think. The only thing that matters is what God says. And what God says is true. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. God made us in His own image. So if we think that we are ugly just because we didn't get dressed and put on makeup and do our hair, then we're calling God ugly. Don't try to make yourself look beautiful on the outside. Try to make yourself beautiful on the inside. Everything that you do that's hard and you get through it is wonderful. The things you do for your family and your husband, that's wonderful. Taking care of your children as a mother, that's beautiful and wonderful. You can do all these things as a woman because God told us to do these things. He told us to serve our spouse. He told us that we are going to take care of our children. He never told us to get up and fix yourself from head to toe every day with hair curled, makeup to the T, nice clothes, and live life. No. We are to be beautiful and wonderful on the inside. And yes, I do enjoy getting up and getting dressed and doing my hair, my makeup, but in reality, since I'm not working this year, it happens on Sundays and Sundays only. Because I don't care if I go in town with my hair like this and no makeup on, because I did go to town like this. I went to the car dealership and I went in the grocery store. And guess what? No one said anything to me. No one said, oh, you look terrible. Because those are the things we tell ourselves when we look this way. Those are the things we tell ourselves. You can't go out in town without your makeup done. You can't go to town without your hair done. No, you can. You can, and it's possible. I still struggle with finding myself beautiful because I'm not the size I used to be. I gained back 30 pounds I lost last year because I'm not working this year. And so some days I find it hard to find myself beautiful. So I have to wake up in the morning and tell myself, God says I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. And if God said it, I believe it. Because what other way is there to be? My husband does a great job at telling me I'm beautiful every day. Doesn't matter what I look like. I've looked way worse than this, and he still tells me I'm beautiful. And if you don't have a husband to tell you you're beautiful, you are. All the things you do as a mom, those are beautiful. If you're a single mom, all the things you do as a mom and a dad, those are beautiful and wonderful. All the things you do for your husband to serve him are beautiful and wonderful. All the things you do for your neighbor next door because maybe she can't go out and mow her lawn, but you can, those are wonderful. So, don't look in the mirror before you leave the house and go, ooh, that's not pretty. God's not looking at what's in the mirror. He's looking what's on the inside. And we should too. We may have to remind ourselves every day, every other day. It's not going to be like you're just going to wake up and say, oh, I'm just beautiful. Everything's changed. No, it's going to take some time for you to change your mindset and for you to wake up and be like, no, God said I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. So I'm going to be that today. And just tell yourself that every day. Write it on your bathroom mirror. Put it on a sticky note in your car while you're on your dash so you can see it when you get in the car. Put it on your computer screen at work. Make it your background on your phone. Whatever you have to do to remind yourself that you are beautiful and wonderfully made, do it. And if you have a husband or a friend or anyone that can tell you that you're beautifully and wonderfully made every day, that's fantastic. If you don't have to have that. Because what God says is true, not what anyone else says is true. And God says, you are beautiful and you are wonderful. Don't forget that.